What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kpop Kimchi podcast, your number one podcast for girl groups with Hold Up. Also, newsflash for you, the number one podcast for Girls Planet 999. It's facts. I'm your host, JT, with my co-host, Paul Groff. We just got done watching episode 3, and boy, was it a doozy.
It was.
It was a doozy.
I was thinking when you were just saying that honestly, whenever I think about it in my head, I think it's Girl Planet 999.
Weird that it's plural.
So when the S is in there and I try to say it, it like messes me up.
Both times I've went and edited the podcast and posted it to our channels or whatever, I've went and looked up the official page because I always put Girl Planet 999, but then I'm like, is that right? So I literally both times I've had to go look.
And the other thing that's weird about it is if you look at the name, the S is the only letter that's not capitalized.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand.
It is weird.
But we are now your official number one and best source of Girls Planet 999 information.
It's facts. Look it up, and you find us and nobody else. So
I would say look it up, and you'd find it, but you're listening to it right now. So you're already living it.
You
you're
found
there.
it. You dreamt it. You did it. And here we are.
Dream to make believe.
Exactly.
But yeah, we just finished watching episode 3. Because it came out yesterday, because it's 12:50.
It is. It is now Saturday. It just comes out at like 6 a.m., doesn't it?
Yeah, it comes out like some weird time, like 6:28 or something in the morning. And I've got to go to work, so I can't watch it. So I've got...
So we watch it around like 10:30.
With the rest of the guys that want to watch it with us.
And whoever watches it in the Discord watches it with us.
Yep, because we stream it for free.
So if you want to come watch
that free $1
to get that 1080p for everybody.
Which I'm pretty sure can only stream in 720 in the Discord, so it was a waste of $1. But
who knows if you didn't pay that $1 what it would stream for in the Discord.
Mama Goose is out here providing for the rest of her ducklings.
It is a lot better than the Fromos one.
Yeah, it was.
That was some low quality at times.
It was. I blame my internet for that, though.
Nah, that's okay. It's still, Idol School still powered through, though. Miss Idol School. We were talking about it today.
Idol School's the best. But Girls Planet 999 is pretty sick.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I guess we can have a quick what happened in K-pop before this. Red Velvet came back. That was cool.
Yeah.
Sujin's not an idol anymore. That sucks. Yeah.
Bobby's having a baby.
Bobby's getting married, having a baby. Congrats, Bobby. Do your thing.
You.
That's awesome. We're happy
Icon's
for
really
you.
not doing much, so he had a lot of free time on his hands.
He had a 6 solo album. Why not get married? Why not have a baby?
Yeah.
Dope, man. We love Bobby, and hopefully that's all awesome.
Promise got sold to Pledis.
They're on Pledis.
They did not run them into the ground yet. It's been a solid 3 days.
And they're coming back.
And they're making a comeback.
So Fromos 9, comeback. We're excited.
Already being promoted better than Preston.
Weird that they're coming back, because usually we have to wait like a year and a half. So we're very excited for Fromos' comeback. Trying to think top of my head what else is going on. Just trying to get that quick news out. But I can't think. I mean, again, the Sujin thing is a big bummer. Can't believe, because we talked about that last episode. I can't believe that was like serious enough offense that she's now out of Idol. Who knows what she's going to do? I don't know.
And they said they're going to continue to promote as 5.
So they're just going to keep Idol as a group without Sujin. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe there's stuff we don't really understand about the situation, but it seems a bit harsh to me.
True.
But I don't make the call, so
I don't either. Yeah, that's pretty much
that's
what
our that's our fastest 1 minute of K-pop news.
I'm sure there's been more stuff that's happened, but I'm just so distracted with Girls Planet 999 all the time in my head that I just don't really pay too much attention.
Yeah, I haven't...
it was Bonna's birthday the other day.
It was Bonna's birthday, indeed. Happy birthday, Bonna. One of the most beautiful faces in the world.
We're going to start our own most beautiful faces.
And Bonna is on the top.
She's definitely top 3.
She's definitely up there. She's on the list, for sure. She's on the list.
I don't know what TC Chandler is. But I don't know how official that list is.
Yeah,
I've never
I don't
known how official that is.
They're sketch sometimes.
TC
I never know if it's like a
Chandler,
real thing or not, because everyone always gets mad. But I'm like, is this even a real thing to get mad about, or is it just some random guy just like putting numbers by people? Like, does he just like?
If he's listening to this right now, hit us up. We need to have some questions.
Yeah, I don't understand. I'd like to know how it works. I want to know your process, but I don't know. It seems a little bit of fake news to me. But yeah, I'm not really sure what's a ton of going around the K-pop world, just because we have Girls Planet 999 and it's awesome. So
yeah, really the only K-pop stuff I think about too much. So the end of the month episode is gonna be a real surprise because I have no idea what happened. It's just like last month.
Yeah.
So really, I just think about Girls Planet 999. WJ saying content, and Step from Idol School.
Idol School. Yeah, pretty much just
not always
Girls
in that
Planet
order.
And missing Idol School every day because Idol School is great. Miss it. It's a good time. Really just have to go back and rewatch.
I know.
In reverse order to see everyone come back to the show.
I know. That'd be awesome.
It was a great show, but yeah.
Although really they all came back in the last episode, so.
They did. Even at their first elimination, the people were still there in the next one, so who really knows?
Well, the other thing is, okay, so I was thinking about when we were watching the episodes today, and we are talking about how, like, when it showed, like, close-ups of members when they were doing their stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, we're like, oh, that's a debut idol, and another debut idol, and another debut idol.
Yeah.
But, like, all these Chinese members were, like, super good. Like, what were they doing before this? Were they just not anything? Were they just, like...
Were they were
making
just like,
YouTube videos? Like, I don't understand.
Were they just like gearing up for this very specific show moment? Like, I don't know, because they're great. And from experience and watching Produce 48, we've seen some of the foreign idols be really bad.
Because even the Japanese members in this one
are and be like not ready at all for like what the kind of like Korean entertainment
and they were from AKB48
has to like offer. But these girls kill it.
So we're like, are these girls like debut idols in their countries?
Yeah, I don't know. They could. I guess they could be, but they're really good, and I've been impressed the whole time. No one's been like bad.
True.
Looking at some of those AKB girls, but they tried their best.
They did. A for effort. At least they wanted to get better.
That's true. That was the thing. It was like they weren't going to be good, but they wanted to get better. That's why they were on the show. So that's always a good thing.
But yeah. So there's a catch up on the news.
That's pretty much the K-pop catch up right there.
So now we can talk about.
I'm sure we forgot a lot. Sorry, but it's about episode 3.
Trace. Out of how many episodes? It says. I thought there was 12.
I thought there was 12. What's it say on the? Oh, thank goodness. 4th of the way done.
So the last one comes out October 22nd, 2020.
Let's go. Halloween. So almost, like, sort of. That's crazy.
2 months from now.
Let's go.
Like almost exactly 2 months from now.
Yeah.
But the episode started out, and because if you don't remember in the previous episode, they like got assignments for what songs they were going to do. Like they got paired up in their little cells, which I still don't understand.
Cells are just apparently the most important thing of the whole show.
Yeah, I still don't understand how all that works. But they got paired up in their little groups, so it was like showing them going through their practicing and stuff for like just them practicing and learning their stuff and perform their performance.
Yeah, just kind of like your classic produce type of performance, like training.
Yeah, like
just
it shows
like the other shows,
learning the dances and learning the songs, picking their positions, everybody crying and fighting because everyone wants to be the killer part.
When all the groups have to sit in the same room in all the corners, so you can like hear all the other groups when they're like kind of focusing on one, because like the other group's practicing their singing to see who gets the main vocal part. When you can like hear them in the background of this one, and apparently for that they like have to be in one room. I don't know, and all the camera people just like sit in the middle.
And they had to practice social distancing because of COVID.
That too.
But yeah, that happened for a while. That was like a whole first part of the episode.
That was like a big part. They like went through each group and saw how they picked their people. That took a little while.
Then they went and did like a fun dance competition game against each other, where it was like, if you have the How You Like That group, it was like 3 members from Team 1 versus 3 members of Team 2, and they had a dance off, and the winners got chosen, and they got like, I don't really remember.
Well, I think the winners of that, they said pick the order of who goes.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was but like,
if they want to perform first or second.
But there was like, there were so many people dancing and stuff. I wasn't even sure who it was at each point because there was like so many different camera cuts.
I think it was
really good, but I was like, I don't even know what's going on.
So far in the show, they've edited things so much, I have no idea what's... Like, there's so many camera cuts between the people in the crowd.
There's a lot of face shots. The people
on stage, the judges.
Yeah. It's like stage, crowd, judge, crowd.
And then like different angles of the people dancing, so it's kind of hard to tell what's going on, if anyone's doing good or doing bad.
Add to those like shaky effects too.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
And then it's just like over, and it's like, okay, team 2 won that, and you're like, oh, well, all right, sweet, it's done. Sure. Like, so they had their little dance off.
That was pretty fun.
It was pretty fun. They kind of like do that, and they've done that in some of the other ones too.
No special guest appearance like in the previous ones where there's like Somi or
I thought maybe someone was going to freak out when they all freaked out, but it was just classic judges, and the girls all loved it. So,
and then they danced a little bit. But I mean, yeah, they do that on other random shows.
That's kind of what they've done. They even kind of did that on Idol School.
But then we got our first performance, and that performance was Yes or Yes by Twice.
Oh yeah,
and of course. They had the classic, beginning monologues to the performances.
Yeah.
Where all the girls just looked like trash.
It did not look good. It really took me back to when we watched Produce 48.
I will say, I don't think that them doing that lasted as long as it did in the previous ones. It was only maybe 5-10
Produce 48, I swear, when it was the time.
Like an hour.
It was like a whole hour of showing the team be horrible before they could even go on stage.
Oh, also, fun fact, because of the little countdown timer thing they did, we saw that they had 10 days to practice.
10 days.
So, because it ticked down, day 10, day 9, day 8, until day 1.
So they had 10 days to get their performance.
Because before in other ones, we had no idea how long it was.
Yeah, we always wondered. But now, I guess, it was 10 days.
But they had Team 1 come up, Team 2 come up, they introduced their members. And, their team name and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because it's they're going head-to-head. So, they're going head-to-head, and the winning team votes will get doubled 24 hours before closing.
Yeah.
So, if a girl got 12 votes, or sells, I honestly don't know at this point, but just to say for the sake of the argument, a girl gets 12 votes.
You get just double.
Before the ending of closing votes, I guess, for whatever ends, it'll turn to 24.
Yeah.
So that's the importance of winning, I guess. You get your points doubled.
Voted by the judges.
Yeah.
The judges voted for the performances.
Well, so the judges voted for who won the performance based off the performance. But these votes are the ones from the people voting around the world or whatever. The judges voted what team won.
Yeah, the judges voted to just see which team won to get the double votes.
Yeah.
And then we are the ones voting for
who actually gets
the pods and the individuals.
Yes.
Again. Yeah.
And also, from what I understand, with the cell thing, if 2 of your members in your cell do really good, but one member just bombs terrible, and your cell gets eliminated, you could do good, your cell could still get eliminated, but all the members in the cell get eliminated. But I guess the judges have the capability of saving one member from the cell and not getting them eliminated.
Yeah.
Then there's Redemption Island, and you can come back and try to be in the group still again. There's a whole bunch of stuff with that I didn't understand.
There's a lot of rules that I kind of figured that once we got to that bridge and they show what happens, we'll be like, oh yeah, this is what they meant by the whole redemption.
I'm sure once like you said, I'm sure once it actually happens, it'll be that makes sense. Okay.
They made that rule it's not going to happen. Since it's a rule, it will happen to someone. So we'll just have to see who it is and find out.
And watching the performances, both of them actually did really good.
Yeah, the Yes or Yes girls, I thought both did a really great job. I wasn't even sure which one I thought was better, honestly. I
didn't either. I
thought I wouldn't. I don't know if of other produce shows and stuff like that of performances being oh yeah, those were some of my favorites ever. Probably not, but they were both really really good. And I wasn't really being oh, Team 2 easily got the win. You know what I mean?
Because Team 1 actually was the team that was handpicked by one of the members that were one of the top 9 in the final, or first, I guess, top 9 rankings. So she had, I guess you could say, the better team because she had the first dibs.
She picked her group.
Of whoever she was picking. So they went and did their performances. Like I said, both of them are good. Nobody really made any mistakes. Everyone did a really good job. Which, solid. I mean, that's pretty much par for the course of these shows. They make them look like trash in the practices. And they even said that Team 2 did a lot better in, the practice little... I guess
they had a halfway around maybe day 5. I don't know. It was the judges would watch them in the practice room and then kind of rank which team was better so far. And the second team was better than the first team, who had the higher draft picks, if you will.
Correct.
So they had, I guess, I don't know, it doesn't really mean anything, but so far they were looking better to the judges.
And then, spoiler alert,
Team 1 got him in the end. Led by, Jiwon.
Yeah, and their captain was Ha Jiwon. But the rest of the team is Ma Yuling, Kim Hiram, Okuma Sumomo. What a crazy name, Sumomo. Lee Yema, Kim Chaehyun, Kuwahara Ayana, which is one of the girls that was in the top 9. She was like number 9.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess is better than not at all.
Yeah.
She was in Fanatics. Like I said, Jiwon already. She was in what's the group with
Cherry Bullet?
Yeah, Cherry Bullet. And then Yamayuchi Mona.
Yeah.
That was your winning team, and they beat the other team. Which the other team's best person was arguably Doa from Fanatics, and she was in Produce 48, and she freaking killed it.
She was really good. Doa,
she ate it up.
She was, not the reason the team didn't win. She was great. She was really good.
The other thing was crazy is I felt like the judges in that were nitpicking at things really hard because like you were a little off. You like started a second fast.
Especially that's the second, the one we're about to talk about. We like watched it. And we're like, oh, this is great, and then they would like say one. I mean, I guess that's why they're professionals. I don't know, but they'd pick one little thing and like zoom in on it. And I'm like, I don't even know what they're talking about, and like that was the reason, or that was like the pitch change, or 1 second off that they're like, oh, you didn't make it. Like that was why Doa's team. I think one girl kind of messed up the singing or something for like 1 second, or she was like two. I'm not even sure, but it was like splitting hairs. But Team 1 got the
I guess that's how you decide when it comes down to the nit.
They didn't really have
nitty gritty.
Did they even have numbers, or was it just like Team 1 won?
It was just Team 1 won.
Yeah, they didn't even have like a dramatic like numbers on the screen. It was just up Team 1. They were both really good though. I mean,
I think they all did good because the main people you saw, because obviously more people get camera time than other people.
Yeah,
Doa did really good. Sungin, the girl from Bandit, did really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was good.
That one was really just like a
gone up against any other team. Team 2 could have won. Easily.
Yeah, their team, the Yes or Yes team's overall performances were better than these next ones. Like overall,
yeah, definitely.
Just tough matchup.
It's like everything from like vocals to choreography to just everything. The Yes and Yes ones were both really good.
They were just really solid. Not a lot of mistakes. They were fun. They were good to watch. It was a tough song too.
Especially with the dance, because the dance I've always said kind of awkward and just a lot of legs.
So many. I told you when we were watching it, it's like aerobics exercise. Yeah, so much like jumping, running. I don't know. It's got to be a workout to do it.
Now at this point, that was the first group that did it. Now we're getting in the second group, and with the second group, I knew once it started. I was looking at like the timer on how much time was left on the episode. And I'm like, there's no way we're getting through all of these.
We are not getting through all of them because we have like 25 minutes, 30 minutes left.
I'm like, there's no way. And it's funny because they're hyped up this elimination and all this stuff, and people are going to get eliminated as soon as this is over. This is going to last like 2-3 episodes.
Fools us so bad.
Because we even said before, it's like, well, how are we getting 12 episodes out of this if they're going to do first eliminations and like 48 girls are getting eliminated? That's like half of them.
Second episode. Every single time we're like, we know Mnet's clever tricks of editing, and then every single time I fall for it, I'm like, crap, got me again.
Yeah, I know. Especially
we're like, I don't know how they're going to get these, 4 other performances in, like, or 4 other, like, whole teams? Like, I don't know.
Especially when at the last week's episode, they ended with a clip of them doing the Eve.
Classic.
And I was super hyped to see it, and of course, they, like, started it at the very, very end of this episode for, like, 4 seconds, and then they cut it off for next
I was going to say, then guess what they ended this episode with? The Eve again, because they know that's the main one everyone wants to see.
And then them getting yelled at.
They hyped it up. They hyped it up so much at the end, with like the judges being like, "We expect a lot from you," and like showing a quick clip. They even showed the beginning of like the actual performance, and then just like stopped.
Cut it.
They just stopped. I was like, well, they know what the people want to see, and I guarantee next week's episode.
It'll probably be like last.
It's going to not be first. Just like Eugen in episode 1 crying was like pretty much last. Like,
Devil's editing.
It's definitely not going to be the Eve.
But the second performance was How You Like That by Blackpink. And of course, Team 1 was considered. Every season there's one group that is the Avengers.
The Avengers
of all the great.
Where there's just good people on the same team.
And I will say, if you're going off the track record of groups that are considered the Avengers on these produced shows, they don't do very
well. They usually lose to like a ragtag bunch of kids that just work hard. Like, they always the Avengers always lose.
But they started off with the first group of girls, and they were doing real good. Apparently, they like blew away the judges in like pre-show recordings or
the halfway evaluation.
And they like blew the judges away. They were so much better than Group 1. And then they like yelled at Tai Bing, and she got super sad and was crying.
Yeah, the Avengers, Eugen's group was dreadful in their like evaluation thing.
Yeah, because Eugen, Tai Bing, and Mei all got like last place out of the cells. Group.
They did really bad. And yeah, Kai Bing had a tough go because she didn't have any rhythm. They said, and was a really bad rapper.
Yes,
that was tough. They gave her a tough go there.
But shocker of all shockers, when game time came, everybody was game ready. So
yeah.
But the first group went, and they were on fire. I was like, oh man, this is not looking good. I was like, please, just don't be like overly amazing so Eugen's team has a chance of winning.
I know I was nervous. I mean, we don't root for people to lose, but we do root for people to win. So, it was it was tough because Team 2 was really, really good. Was that led by the girl from Bandit? Was she the leader of that one?
Don't remember, to be honest with you.
I don't remember either.
But they were doing really good until they got to the point where one girl like made one mistake and it threw off the other girl.
The whole thing.
And that one mistake like literally cost them the whole.
Oh, boy, it was rough, and you just knew it was rough. And we talked about literally after the first performances how like in this classic Mnet editing, besides like Idol School, they make them look so bad, and then they come out and kill it. Besides Yuri in Produce 48 when she didn't hit a note.
Well, the other thing is,
they're really good.
She didn't even mess up the
choreo. She just didn't hit a note. Yeah, but no, and everything else was perfect.
But everything else was fine.
Usually, all the performances are perfect, and we're like, oh, they always look like trash, and they always come out like great. This was the first time that someone came out and actually we're like, okay, that was like a mistake. Like that was actually not good because the girl forgot the moves. And then threw the other girl off, and then the other girl messed up her singing, and it was like a domino effect.
Yeah, but they killed it before that.
They were really good.
It was awesome, and they finished good. It was just that one split second where she messed up that it messed everybody up.
You knew it was bad. You knew it was bad when you saw it. And the judges let them know.
It was not good. I'm telling oh my gosh, we both looked at each other and ooh.
We're like, wow. Usually that doesn't happen. Usually the performance is it's very, very close.
And it was crazy because literally right before that happened, we were talking to each other about how we never see any groups mess up ever.
Yeah, they're always great no matter how bad they look in any pre-performance anything or how bad the editing makes them look. They always come out and kill it.
Always. They always do.
And that one they were killing it, but that was actually okay, this is not correct. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was not correct. And it was kind of it was a tough little stretch. They got together and finished strong. It was still okay. It wasn't oh gosh, that was the worst performance I've ever seen. But
I mean, it was just.
It was you knew that
you saw and you winced.
It would take a lot for Team 1 to lose. That's pretty much what it was.
We compared it to if you guys watch the NBA dunk contest or anything like that. Sometimes there's the one time where one guy messes up and can't complete his dunks.
Yeah.
So, literally, the other guy just has to make a dunk. And you're please, don't do anything crazy.
All you got to do is just dunk it super easy with two hands and get, 50 points and you win.
Just get, that easy 30.
Go finish your stage and you've won. You don't have to do anything too crazy.
Don't got to be flashy. Just put the ball in the basket. That's all you got to do.
That's all it was.
And that's kind of how this was. We were just come on, just do your performance. All right,
Eugene, get your team. Just go out there. Don't go crazy.
Don't do anything
if you mess up, don't let it dictate the rest. Just shake it off and finish strong. But, and that's pretty much what they did. Because
they really did because they did really good.
They did really good. It wasn't perfect. The judges actually had a lot of nitpicky things to say to them. I don't know if that's because it was going to be like an easy win already, but
because they're like also
they were saying a lot of things to them that I was like, I didn't even notice that. So
yeah, I guess Tai Bing messed up like the beginning of it. Her choreo was a little off for that. So
they like zoomed in on it, and I was like, I have no idea what this guy's talking about. I have no idea.
But they nitpicked a lot of like really small things. They didn't make like any noticeably like huge mistakes.
No, they did what they had to do, and guess what? They won.
Because that's what they do out here.
And that's what teams with super teams do with great all-stars.
I mean, they were called the Avengers.
Eugen was perfect, so yeah, that's like the first time the Avengers team has ever won. Usually they
Oh, also sorry, not sung in from the other one. Eyebrow girl, Winsy. She's the one that did pretty good in the.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, other one. Sungin, you're right, was the bandit girl that was in the Blackpink one.
Okay, I think she was like the leader of them, or
I think she might have been too, because I got her confused with her for a second. So I was like, wait a minute, which one was in the?
That team had a lot of heart.
Yeah,
they just had that little.
She did really good. It was just a one mistake. Like if it wasn't for the one mistake, honestly, they could have won.
I think so because Eugen's team was not perfect according to the judges, but they did enough, and Team 1 won.
Yep. So and Team 1 was Tai Bing, Choi Eugen, both of them who were in the top 9.
Yep.
Mei, Xiyan, Lee Youngyun. What a weird two things to say after each other. It's just Young. Inaba Vivian, Shin Xiaoting. Both of those two are also in the top 9. Seo Youngin, and Kamaguchi Yurina.
Way to go, Yurina. You did it.
First off, I don't know how Yurina wasn't in the top 9 of the last one.
Yeah, I don't know either. She's become a fan favorite.
She's freaking killed it.
I'm not giving her that stamp of guaranteed approval of making it, but she's really good.
She's like adorable, really talented,
really got the
charismatic.
idol
She like has the look, like the allure.
Classic idol look to her, and she was really great singer. I actually don't know. She was such a great singer in Fancy, but she had a really small singing role in this. I'm not really sure how they chose, but
and then she got like applauded for taking on the
they're
smaller
like you
role.
had her and another girl. They're like you had a smaller role, but you guys excelled at your like small position.
Yeah, her and that Vivian girl.
Yeah,
which is the one girl. I'm like, okay, girl, you have one line. Don't mess it up. Don't ruin.
I know we watched that whole performance. We're like, please, nobody trip. All you got to do is sing your line and do your little dance, and you got it. Like, you got this one is in the bag.
But yeah, so that was a good performance. They had the couple little slip ups that I honestly did not even, I guess, notice.
The judges were hard. Like they were randomly hard on them. I don't know. I guess because they're the best. I'm not sure, but they definitely were better. They definitely should have won that.
Oh yeah, I remember when I was watching it, I was just like, "This is easy money. Like they're not losing this."
Like
one.
if you put them up against the Yes or Yes girls, kind of tough, because the Yes or Yes girls were really solid. But compared to the
Yes
other,
girls did really.
They were very very solid a piece. I really don't even know. Like it was hard to. That was like a coin flip. But compared to the other How You Like That team, it was like they won obviously.
There's also. Just between the groups, there's a lot of debuted idols already.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Because they had, Eugen, Mei. The other group had Chi and Jiwon.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was someone else that we saw that had a... Maybe not. Maybe I made it up in my head.
Bandit Girl.
Oh, yeah. Sungin, Bandit Girl, the Doa. Honestly, there's probably others.
I'm sure we're like missing a couple, but like the girls who were usually the debut idols were kind of the leaders.
Oh, you can definitely tell when you watch them perform.
Yeah.
Just like listening to them like vocally, like how they sing and stuff.
You can tell.
You're just like, they're like really good. Like
I mean, Eugen was great. She did not mess up at all. She's perfect. Really great leader too.
Also, they really just ride that Shin Xiaoting girl all the time.
Yeah.
She's like the number one girl. They're like the number one like Chinese.
She was on Eugen's team too. The
idol.
Team was stacked. Yeah, the judges.
But for some reason, I feel like they always get on her about stuff. They're like, you need to.
She's like the one that they like hyped up a lot so they could like kind of be like, oh look, this good person's messing up. Like she's kind of that like.
Yeah, because I mean I don't know. Like I said, she has a lot of pressure on her because she's
the number one Chinese girl.
So whenever she does anything, they like point it out all the time. I feel like whenever I've seen her do anything with that, they always have like something to say.
There's always like something off that she kind of did. Yeah.
She does.
Yeah, it was a solid episode.
And then they went to the end part. They were like showing the girls who were going to be doing the next one, which was the boy group songs.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in the boy group songs, there's 3 boy group songs. So this next one's like, instead of being head to head, it's 3 groups performing boy group songs.
Yeah. And
the boy group songs were EXO, The Eve, which we're all waiting for.
They know it's what the people want.
BTS, Mic Drop. And then 17's Pretty You.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody wants to see.
Yeah, I'm excited for those. Will we get them next episode?
That's the real question.
I am not sure.
Will we get them next episode?
I am not sure. So it's looking like our episodes are going to be about 1 hour and 45 minutes. That's pretty much what this one was.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. That first one was just really long, but also it was the first like pilot episode, so...
Honestly, these last 2 being about like a little under 2 hours have gone really fast, honestly. I felt like we just flew through them. So,
true.
Yeah, that was... can't believe we've already had 3 episodes.
And
I mean, I don't even know. It's tough to say what we're actually going to see in the next one. Like, will we get eliminations next episode? Like, we have a whole nother week of voting, apparently, because no one got eliminated yet.
Okay, so to finish this out here, we were talking earlier, I don't understand how the voting thing works with how the episodes work.
Yeah, I don't know
Somebody
either.
message me and explain to me how the live voting works. Because we're
the show's not live.
But the show's obviously not live because they're showing us clips of everything that they edited and what happens the next week.
Yeah.
So how are we voting for something that's already happened? I don't understand.
They have to... I don't know. I just think the only way it makes sense at all is if they have their episodes that they've done in like the little block of time, but then when there's a voting time, that has to be live, like its own little separate live thing, because how else would it make sense? And then they just haven't shot anything past that because they need to see what the votes are going to dictate. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I have no idea. It hurts my brain because, yeah, why would we be voting all last week when we just saw a clip for next week's episode already? Like, I mean, I don't know. When they have an elimination, it has to be live.
And then the other thing, I mean, it makes sense when you have the judges are the only ones voting for like these.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't matter if we voted for them.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So I guess, I don't know. I guess we'll find out how live it is after the first eliminations, if at the end of the episode they give us highlights of what happens in the next week's episode.
We'll just have to...
Because there's no way they could have that planned out already.
You can't have the next episode if you're doing the live voting.
Because girls get moved around. Obviously, girls are there, girls aren't there. So, if that's the case, they can't have girls being there and girls not being there if, it's voted on.
Right, unless they, do it and tell them to all act surprised. I don't know. It has to be live for the voting. That's what it's supposed to be. So therefore they should not have anything filmed after that. I don't know. I was thinking about that too, and we talked about it a little this week. It just didn't make sense.
I've been thinking about it. I'm because I was telling him originally, I thought about it when we were watching Idol School, but then I was also this already happened, so
yeah, it's kind of like,
maybe
what the heck?
Maybe they did it in retrospect or something. I don't know. But then I was thinking, hey, we were watching it, and it would show us clips of next week's episode, but there's girls getting eliminated, so how do they have these clips of them being in groups performing stuff if the girls haven't even been eliminated yet?
Yeah, and that was weird on Idol School because after the first elimination, there were still girls there that next episode. Which I guess it was a little different for Idol School because it said that they technically didn't leave. I don't know. Idol School is just a little different, but we'll find out.
Yeah, I don't know. It's confusing.
We'll figure it out, hopefully, when we actually have the first elimination, which I guess...
Based off what happened, I have no idea when that's going to be.
Yeah, I don't know either because, I mean, I don't know. They advertised these performances and we got 2.
Because even this, there's already sneak peek videos of performances
we've seen that same clip of the Eve for 2 weeks now, and we probably won't even see it next week. So I'm not sure when elimination, and you think they would kind of let us know when it's actually going to happen because we're the ones putting the votes? I mean, I vote. We both vote every day. It's just like, where are these votes going?
Yeah, like who's taking these? Like, are these even mattering? Like,
I don't know. It's kind of like
I don't know.
And again, with him, that's a very sketchy record of these types of things. Makes me a little confused, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, only time will tell. Yeah, episode 3 was a good one.
It was a good one. I also
just love performances.
Yeah, performances ones are the best.
My only question was, will the performances live up to the previous shows that we watched performances?
I don't know. Will we get some all-time ones? I think there's potential, but I don't know. Probably not this week's, but we'll see what happens coming up.
True. I don't know. Good episode. If you guys liked it and you watched it, let us know. Hit us up.
Because let us know who you think is on the rise or on the fall, I guess, in the active rankings. That was what was fun about Idol School is they literally had like the active, like, this person's here, this person's going down.
Honestly, after watching that, I was thinking about it.
That like blew my mind.
and just based off what we watched today, I don't think any of my rankings from last week that we talked about would have changed at all.
No, I don't think so either. I think we're pretty much
if anything, I feel like some of the members like Doa and who's the other person? There's just someone else where I was like, I'm not sure if they should be in it or not. But then I saw them do this. And I'm like, man, they just.
I really do think maybe the MVP of the episode was Doa. She killed it. She just did a really great job.
She's also another one we kind of talked about where I was like, I feel like once the actual performances stuff start, she's definitely going to like turn it on and shine a lot more than just the random performance with her group or whatever it was.
She's like, I voted for her a few days. I kind of like mix up the Korean votes sometimes. Well, besides like Yujin. So, and like I voted for her a few times, but she was really good today. Or Doa was really good today.
I just vote for the same people all the time. To be honest with you.
I don't know. I change sometimes, but yeah, I'd say Doa's probably the MVP today.
Yeah, she killed it.
She was really great. Even though her team didn't win, but she got the MVP trophy.
It wasn't because of her.
Yeah, no.
Her team actually did really good. So.
Her team was really great. It was really just like a very small thing that like one person did. So
any other show, any other group, probably like I said, probably would have won.
Probably would have won, and they literally were they were facing another great team. So
it's just hard. But next we can listen to this.
We can to close out the episode.
Since it just happened, we're gonna listen to Red Velvet's comeback. Queendom.
The big K-pop Not Girls Planet 999 news. Red Velvet came back.
Yep. We'll watch the music video. I've heard the song. I heard it once, but I've never seen the music video, so we watched the music video.
Pretty cool. Kind of just like classic Red Velvet video.
Whoa, what's the CGI AirPod?
Just like dude losing his AirPod down to the depths.
Oh, wow. The guy got all these intros. Delivery rider.
Unlike her Harley.
Look at Irene. Goodness. Oh, yeah, this is also awesome because Wendy's back.
I know.
Because this would be their first comeback since she got hurt, right?
Yeah. And that was like a long time ago.
Sorry. I'm not really sure what's happening right now. This is like a... Sorry, we got to restart
it. They're down in the sewer. And they're like sewer home.
Like
their sewer office home.
Is this like a secret like laboratory for like beautiful people?
I think so. That's what's down underneath the roads and such.
I guess.
That's where the rain goes.
This is what happens when it rains outside. I wish they got
and they're all cats and I don't even know.
There she goes. She got these thick bangs I hate. Always a good start.
Wendy was the one with bangs this week, or this comeback.
Yep, she was. I will say we got Wendy out here with these super thick bangs I'm never a fan of. And then you got Silk out here, this very vibrantly colored hair.
She went back to her, I think it was like Russian roulette hair, sort of.
Not my favorite color.
Good old orange.
For any of our longtime listeners, you know there's two things that I'm not a fan of. But here we are.
I think Wendy's bangs are thick. I think her bangs are okay. Really, the ones that get me are the ones that are like a third down from the...
They look right above their eyebrows.
They're like a third down from the forehead. They're like really small bangs.
I will say they're not as bad as the bangs Irene had in Red Flavor. Those were weird.
There's just a lot of different types of bangs over there.
Look at Yuri. She's like, I'm looking at Alice in Wonderland right now. I'm not really sure what's happening. They're like in an underground Harry Potter world. Now they're like...
Now they're having tea on the golf course.
It is kind of crazy because I see so much of them doing stuff like individually all the time. Just them all together.
It is, I think that's what everyone was just most happy about was literally just Red Velvet being as like back as a full group.
Irene's there looking perfect like always. This is people psyched for SNSD fans to see them come together and do things.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, it's getting to that point.
Because it was like modeling or acting or doing...
In that time, there was literally like Irene and Solgi, Wendy, and Joy all had like things that they did like individually.
And Yuri's all like modeling and
Yuri had like her little show and did other stuff.
Wow, there's like a spaceship thing going on. I will say it is not Psycho.
But nothing is.
Psycho's like the goat.
Nothing is Psycho. I actually like this song.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like a catchy song. It's no Psycho, but that's okay.
She's like a wizard now. So they went through all this weird stuff to make her a wizard? They got that Aespa logo going on
just
right
to
there.
say, yeah, same dude makes all logos for everybody.
They really do. But yeah, that's a cool song.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Back.
It's like catchy. Just happy to have Red Velvet back, honestly.
True.
To power us through the week until the next Girls Planet 999 episode.
They're like the longest weeks ever.
Dude, I know. Next Friday's gonna feel like a whole month away.
I just want the Eve.
I just am so pumped because we don't even know if it's gonna happen next week. I'm like, all right, well, now we never know. It could be in like 3 episodes.
Also, the Eve just has everything. Great choreo.
There's a lot of all-stars.
Suits.
There's a lot of all-stars ready to perform that one. They know it's the like main one. Like the judges literally were like, okay, we expect a lot from you guys.
And like this one had the Avengers because they had like a stacked team, but this next group that does the Eves like even is like stacked.
They're like all the stacked non-Korean people. Actually, I mean they have stacked Korean people too. They're really good.
They're like the Avengers Part 2. That's pretty much it, though. Episode 3. On to episode 4.
I know, it doesn't seem like it's been 3 episodes, but I guess...
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. We're a fourth of the way, and then you said next week will be a third of the way.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, right?
I already know I'm going to be super sad when it's over, but we just have no idea what's going to happen.
Or when it'll end. Just kidding. We know when
October. Yeah, October. That's crazy. That's so long.
October 22nd.
Dude.
Right before Halloween.
Right before Halloween. We're going to see how Mnet cheats their way to this one. Cheats their way out of this one.
But if you're just tuning into this and you want to catch up on episodes 1 and 2 and not watch them, go listen to our previous 2 podcasts.
Yeah, and tell us who you think. Tell us who your faves are. Tell us what you think.
I'm honestly more interested in seeing how these eliminations work out since they're eliminating cells instead of members.
Yeah, I have no idea. That's how they're eliminating just like 46 people in one day. Like,
yeah, so I'm more interested to see what happens with that.
Yeah, I don't even know when that's going to happen. I hope they let us know. I'm guessing in like 2 episodes?
I'd say probably 2 more.
Probably 2 more because this episode was full and we only had
because it does seem like
2 songs
some of the other ones we watched that...
It's usually episode like 4 or 5.
It's like episode 5 is when they start eliminating people.
That makes sense.
But then the second eliminations come pretty soon after that.
Yeah.
It's not like every 5 episodes. It's like 5 and like episode like 8.
And then they'll start to really get into like the...
And then at the end you'll have like your last like so many people.
That's probably how this will be too, so...
But yeah, go watch our previous 2 episodes or listen to our previous 2 episodes, I guess, if you're listening on a Spotify or something.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like you kind of said it, our picks that we had last week haven't really changed.
No, they're pretty solid.
We really didn't even see a lot of people go yet, so.
I haven't really seen anybody stand out too much.
No one has really blew my mind more than kind of who I've already been liking and voting for, so. Yeah, that's just how it is. It just shows that those people are just really good.
Even if we're keeping the same 9, I just don't see anybody.
Yeah, I don't either.
Who would have been better than the people we already picked.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't see any like.
I guess unless you're going to take off the Lou Fei girl because we didn't see her go and put in the.
She got plenty of screen time.
She did, and put in the Sungin girl from Bandit. She did pretty good.
Yeah,
but I mean, also we didn't see the other girl go, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is a lot of people did not go yet.
They will have a more updated
So
top 9 again.
Really, hopefully next week we can kind of restructure the top 9 if we even need to.
True.
Which I don't know. The people we have up there are pretty darn good. So
that is true.
There's a lot of people that I'm like, okay, I could see you making it in the final lineup. But
who's the one? Oh, was it Urena? There's one person we were watching, and they like got so much screen time.
It was Urena. It was Urena.
They're really pushing for her to be in the top 9.
I hope so. I was not. I was hoping so.
She just has like a magnetic like.
Yeah, you just see her and like you're just like, wow, that person looks like she's a star. That's a star out there.
She's born to be a star.
And come on, there's 9 spots. She can be one of them.
True.
Yeah, she got a ton of just like 1/2 second
like
face smiling reaction shots, and then she had a lot of those today. Probably if you add up those, it was longer than her like screen time in their performance because she really didn't get that much.
No, she didn't.
She had like one little line, yeah, which she did great. So, I mean, she gets my vote.
I vote for her every day.
But
probably go vote for her after we're done recording.
Yeah, tomorrow. Oh, I guess it is time for new day, new votes. Like I always do the votes, and I'm like, I always have that little moment. I'm like, where do these go? Like, where the universe app sucks. Well, where did these just like? Is this for anything? I just have like very deep life thought moments for these votes.
That's me every day when I'm voting.
I'm like, where do these go? Does this matter? Does my vote count? I hope it does. Even though I vote for all people who I feel like get votes anyway, so
I try to vote for the people that, well, outside the ones I really like, I'll vote for the members that I'm not sure will be a guaranteed lock, so that way maybe they can stay around a little longer.
Yeah, I got
Railway. She's like one of my favorite members, but I don't think she's going to be there very long.
Yeah, I got a couple people like that too.
Or like Mona, I'll vote for her.
So I mean, I guess we'll just see. Guess we'll see when the votes actually get counted.
But yeah, so tune in next week. Go follow us on social media. Kpop Kimchi 101. Go cast your votes for your favorite cells and your favorite girls.
Yeah, don't forget the cells.
That's what matters the most, apparently.
That's what matters the most.
I hope we just get to the elimination. Just like screw the cells. Nobody cares. We're just like eliminating.
And we're like, all right, this is literally 1 to 99, and at this line, you get eliminated.
Yeah, so
that'll do
episode 4 next
episode 3 in the books. Episode 4 next week. Kpop Kimchi 101. I'm JT. He's Vlog Raw. We love you guys, and we'll see you then. Peace.
Peace.
Okay, I'm gonna be a star. 더 확실한 게